Hello everyone, this is Sawyer Studios, and we're doing my very first ever Q&ASIAN segment. Yeah, this is not part of the LEGO vlog, so there is no intro. Because I don't want this to be just, even though most questions are probably going to be about LEGO and Star Wars, I don't want this to just be about LEGO and Star Wars. So this is just my answering segments for everyone. Just in case you don't know how this works, just leave a comment down below with the little tag Q&ASIAN, and I will answer your questions in these weekly segment videos on Tuesdays. So let's get into it. First off, we have a question from Max Marsh. Favorite Star Wars video game? So that's a hard one. I have a lot of I'm going to start with my favorite Star Wars video game that I own, and go to my favorite Star Wars video game that I've played. So my favorite Star Wars video game that I own is probably Star Wars Empire at War, and you can actually get that on Steam. But if you get it, you need to get the Forces of Corruption, because there's a lot of really cool workshop mods. And let me just say, this would not be my favorite game, my favorite Star Wars game, if it didn't have, if there were no mods. If it was just the plain vanilla game, it would not be up there. But the fact that so many people have poured so much of their time and effort into making these really awesome mods, there's like a Thrawn's Revenge mod that I play, there's a Clone Wars mod, there's like a Rise of Palpatine mod, there are just so, like, Follow the Republic mod, Follow the Empire mod. There's just so many different mods, which just consistently changes up the game over and over again. So like, I love playing it. The fact that I've been playing it for the past like 6 years, not even 6, wow, actually more, no, the fact that I've been playing this game for the past, I think, like 10 years, and still I have not gotten sick of it, I think just is a testament to how good, how fun the game is. And it is, there is a campaign, there are different sort of galactic conquests that you can do by yourself, but the most fun is when you have someone else to play with. And that is just, it's fun, either trying to fight the AI or playing each other and trying to beat each other in like a skirmish or something. So it is funny. Not funny, it's fun. There are some like weird, I guess there are some connection issues at some points. You do need to have a good you need to have good internet and all that stuff. But yes, I'd say Star Wars Empire at War. My favorite Star Wars video game that I've ever played, however, I think it has to be Battlefront 2, like the newer one. There are some really awesome game modes in there, and it's just, I don't know, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is something that you can just sit down and play with your friends. It was a really nice game to play when I was in college and just needed like a break from everything. Imperial says, and this is in commenting about this video, Dane, how long did it take to build? I'm assuming it took a while since it's 5,000 pieces. So he's talking about the Ninjago City set, the review that I just did. Please check out that video. How long did it take me to build? So the entire build for this lovely set took me 11.5 hours. It was around like 45 minutes per bag. I actually have some pictures that I took of each bag, and I was gonna take pictures of each like step, but then I got lazy and kind of forgot. And then I think, yeah, I got this set back in 2018. And I kid you not, the entire time I was building it, I was watching Rogue One, but I pirated it. I don't pirate movies anymore, but I did pirate it, and I was obsessed with Rogue One. It was like such a good movie. So I saw it in like theaters 3 times, and then while building this, I think I just watched it on repeat. So at the end, I watched it like 7 times. It was absolutely insane. Noel, gosh, I'm sorry, I still can't pronounce this. Noel Espijares Tapia says, how long have you been in YouTube? So, Lego YouTube, and I started, I believe, April 22nd, I want to say, is when I started doing Lego YouTube. I did that in response because quarantine, and I was like, I'm stuck at home, can't really be productive outside, so what can I do in my house? And so I was like, yeah, let's do Lego YouTube. I've always wanted to do Lego YouTube, and so I was like, this is a good time to start. But when did I start YouTubing? I think my very first video, let me just check my YouTube channel. My very first video was a really old video called Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I did it for like this, I went to this Christian camp, and we like, I sort of like wrote a parody for Alexander Hamilton, because that was very popular at the time. And so that was when I started my first YouTube channel. I just called it Nathan Sawyer because I'm not creative at all. And then I rebranded it Sawyer Studios when I started doing the Lego content. But I like sort of came back a little bit more lively, posting videos and stuff when I was in college, and I started to do stuff with music, compositions, and post pieces. And I thought that I was just gonna use my YouTube channel for like posting music and stuff. Um, but no, I did not. I started Star Wars YouTube. Yeah, so my very first video, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Alexander Hamilton parody, was my very first video that I ever posted. Um, and then the second video I posted was this was a TV show, sort of like a pilot episode of what we were gonna do called Life of an Average Joe, based around my friend Joey, who plays in the movies Area 15. And if you haven't seen the two Area 15 movies, let me just say those are solid movies. Go check them out on my channel. Anyway, so yeah, we did sort of like an office style TV episode. Definitely not our best work. That was, second video ever. What are you gonna do? But actually, fun fact, me and one of my friends, one of my old friends from school, were gonna do a Lego YouTube channel way back in the day, but we didn't like really have the equipment or the place to do it. It was like very amateur videos, and I think we recorded some, and we were just like, yeah, we're not gonna post these. It just, yeah, wasn't worth it. But who knew that I'd be Lego YouTube in 10 years later. Eagles fan 39 says, what are you majoring in, and what was your first Lego set? Love the videos. Well, thank you so much. I'm happy that you love the videos. That is awesome. So what am I majoring in? So in undergrad, I went to Roberts Wesleyan College, and I majored in music education, got a bachelor's in science in music education, because I also got a liberal arts degree. What I'm majoring in right now in my master's is orchestral conducting, which is pretty much like I'm majoring in just learning how to conduct and manage an orchestra professionally. So hopefully this leads to either a doctorate or maybe getting a really good position at a professional orchestra in a major city. So that is my aspirations. And then of course I'm going to keep doing YouTube. I love this so much, so I wouldn't give this up for the world. And the second part of Eagles fan 39's question was, what was your first Lego set? My first Lego set, I think this is correct. It was the Duel on Geonosis. I think that's what it was called. It was the Count Dooku versus Yoda, the original one, where Count Dooku's on the speeder bike. There was like that weird like crane thing, and Yoda was there. That was my very first Lego set ever, and I got it when I was like 5. I did not know the importance of Lego, so like I destroyed that thing, lost pieces. I probably chewed on the pieces, honestly, like. And I mean, I don't have any more. I think my parents either threw it out or gave it away, or they probably threw it out. But then my second Lego set was when I was like sort of like into Lego, not really. Like I didn't really know what it was. My parents did give me this agent set with the motorcycle and the bridge and like a small little tower for the bad guy. That was a cool set. I played with that a lot. That was super fun. But that was like my only Lego set for a while, until I got into Lego robotics at my middle school, and I was like, oh wow, Lego. And I mean, I had the classic like bin of Legos, so like I did build with Lego. I didn't know that like Star Wars sets were a thing. Like I got into Star Wars so much in middle school, and then I found out that Lego and Star Wars were combined. I didn't have any friends in school really that liked Lego Star Wars. So I wasn't like aware that this was a thing. My parents didn't know it was a thing, because like they just knew about the classic Lego. So I actually got into the Lego game pretty late, and it wasn't until the Christmas of 2010 where I got my very first Star Wars Lego set. I'm not really counting the Yoda versus Count Dooku, because I was too young. But my first Star Wars set I got was from my friend Walter. He gave me the Snowtroopers Battle Pack, and it was in school. For some reason, we were having a sleep over in school. Like everyone just brought their pillows and sleeping bags, and we all literally just chilled before we went back on Christmas break. Like we did no work. I'm pretty sure we just all like hung out and played games. And Walter gave me the battle pack. We built it in class, very short. and then we played with the snow troopers and flew them around on their speeder bikes. Got off class, that was a blast. And then I had asked my parents for 2 sets for Christmas because I was starting to get into Star Wars Lego, and I was like, oh, I have to catch up because like I'm in 7th grade, and I don't have any. So the 2 sets that I got were the Clone Wars Clone Turbo Tank with Cad Bane and Ayla Secura. That was an amazing set to get, loved it. And the second set that I got, which is my favorite set to this day, is a Republic dropship, an AT-OT Walker. If you don't know how much I love that set, then you have not been a part of this channel for very long, but I practically talk about it in every other like 10 videos on this channel. Yeah, so Republic dropship AT-OT Walker. I'm so happy I asked for it for my first set because like I definitely could not have afforded it. I couldn't have bought it at the time at all. So I'm very happy that some reason that caught my eye and I really wanted it. And now it's worth like so much money. So yeah, I really lucked out on that one. Lego Fanatics 2222 asks, how long did it take you to create this game? The game? This is commented on the annual Lego Star Wars battle, in which me and my friend Michael and some other friends always do this every year for our New Year's Eve party. And it looks like my friend Mike replied to this comment. He said, we worked on it once a year for 4 years, probably 20 hours a year. So the whole game so far is 80 hours worth of trial and error. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty darn accurate. We started this idea as like, hey, let's have a major Lego battle. How are we going to do this? We actually didn't have any, we didn't really do the grid thing. If you look at the video now, we've upgraded so much. So back then we didn't have a grid. We just had like the intersection. So we made like these squares of 4 2x4 blocks, so 2x4, 2x4, then 2x4, 2x4 on top, and we placed them approximately a foot apart, so approximately the same idea, just no strings, and it's just like placements. And we actually didn't use spaces to determine if you could hit an enemy. We made a Lego ruler so that if you were a certain amount of section of Lego away on the Lego ruler, then you could hit the enemy. And we had stuff like that. There's a lot of challenging mechanics that did not work well at all. A lot of stuff that didn't really fit in the game. So the first trial was just like, it was kind of a mess. We did not finish. We had a lot of interesting rules. It was definitely not more like a game. It was more like a free-for-all. I wouldn't even call it a game, but we had a crap ton of Lego. I'll post a picture right here if I still have one, but like we had a crap ton of Lego. Like this is all the Lego from the Republic side. I don't have a picture from the Imperial side, I don't think, but we just had like my Lego, my friend Liam's Lego, my friend Michael's Lego, all my friend Matthew's Lego, all together. Like we just all brought it in these huge bins. It was a very big ordeal, and we were very careful not to mix up anyone's Lego. We had like our own special studs on each of our sets to make sure that, you know, like the orange studs on my, you know, were my sets, and the green studs were Michael's sets or something like that. And the second year happened, we did, I wasn't there for the second trial and error, but a lot of the same people were, apparently went better. We switched up the rules. The third trial, I think, was one of the most groundbreaking ones, because that's when me and Michael met at the local mall, and we just sat down for a solid several hours to just discuss rules. And we brought up ideas. We were taking game mechanics from different games, such as Memo 44, Risk, Empire at War, the video game I just talked about, D&D. Those dice mechanics were really huge in it. So we did a lot of that talking, discussing. We tried the new revamped version the third time New Year's Eve, which was the year before this one. So New Year's Eve 2019. We found a couple mechanical problems wrong with it, so we decided to change up it a bit, and then we finally got a game working pretty well. We did not finish it because we spent a lot of hours tweaking stuff, but we went so long. I think that was the year we worked the most on it. I'd honestly say that year, probably more like 48 hours of work. went into that, because I'm pretty sure me and Michael met more than once, and then we spent like 20 hours within just playing that game. This is the Lego battle, log number 4. Our forces have moved outside the base, and the Imperials are marching forward.
Speeders can do up to 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Log number
you can get
5,
these
I think.
straps all around it by moving a unit into here, but then you have to move the unit in
That is the
and
outpost.
survive its attack.
This is the base that we're setting up to
high reward
fully attack.
You get a lot of.
You can get a lot of resources from that, but you have to survive it.
Yeah. Log 6. Ben has released the turbo tank for $15,000
I have been releasing.
and is currently trying to just destroy everything.
Yeah, so this is a good fight because there's 2 little ones that accumulated enough to where 15,000
This is
handles.
log 7.
What I'm going to do,
The outpost has been hit and the troops have come out. Angry
I'm going to
pandas.
shoot that again, because why not?
And the dragon and the base log 8. We now have a war on 3 fronts. These attacking there. And that clone turbo tank coming up.
I'm going to attack the base, because why not? And that's just not going to
Man, he's poking the beast. No,
Nothing's happening. It's
Alright, Ben, your turn.
I'm blowing that thing.
I want money. That's where I'm at. Yeah, you gonna blow my troops up?
Oh,
Maybe.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gone.
Boom.
Ben has successfully taken the outpost and has held it and have
And I am-
upgraded it, and now Ari has 2 AT-ATs and AT-ST.
And it's going inside.
And she's putting it inside.
There's a Trojan horse.
Does that cost an does that cost an action
For what?
to put a squadron inside the?
If the vehicle has already been on the battlefield, then yes. If it's a new vehicle,
It's
you can
new.
just it's brand new. You just bought it.
I just bought it.
Then you can enter into the battlefield with it loaded up.
But she needs to pay an extra. She needs to pay
Well, you
I already
still
had
pay-
one on the.
1,000.
Or did you
Loading
pay for the troops and the vehicle at the same time?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it does count as an action.
So I could just buy another set of troops.
If you buy another
2
set of troops, you can
bases,
have them start in the
1.
walker.
What the heck just happened?
I'm
Oh.
throwing money at you, so I get troops.
Take my money.
Log 9.
Nathan, I don't know how.
This is not doing
Log
so.
9,
10. I have destroyed 2 clone
Yeah,
turbo
he's-
tanks and ATTE,
I'm
and
up for that.
I have how much? Like plus 20,000 coin.
1. No
And he
calls.
doesn't move, and I'm going to make it. Hopefully, maybe yes. I'll be able to get the money
There's a
back.
small chance you don't move at all.
That's
And
you be quiet. Quiet.
That's
Nope,
it.
nope, no negative
That's
talk
it.
here.
Oh,
No
I
negative
I want it
talk.
to be a thing.
I can't
Stop
do
it.
anything. So yeah.
Dude,
I guess
we have
I'll
to.
move these.
Okay.
I believe in you, Ben.
Oh wait, that's a.
I don't.
Nope.
Hey!
Alright, get a 1. Get a 1.
Let's see what happens here. I'm rolling my die.
Get a 1. Roll 1.
3, and I get back. Yes, and I get 20,000. This year is the most recent, and as you can see, I think the entire battle was like 8 hours, and I condensed it into part 1, part 2, and both videos are like 90 minutes long. So go check those videos out. They're pretty amusing, actually. And I really like the game mechanics. Me and Michael are going to try to make some sort of condensed instruction booklet so you all can try it out. And we're also going to try to make a tabletop version. So that will come out possibly in the future. I don't know. Ritzy Crafts says, what's your best Lego build without using instructions? My best Lego build that I've done without using instructions, if you mean like without any instructions, I'd say the 501st Battle Pack, like completely from memory. I've built that. Actually, I posted a video of me building the 501st Battle Pack blindfolded. I don't know why that was an idea. I don't know why I did it. It was awful. I'll never do it again, except I think I said in the video, if that video reached like, I think I said 100 likes, I'd do it for a different set. But like, please don't like the video 100 times, because that was just awful. That was just such a gruesome experience. I was so frustrated. And if you want to see more videos like this, you're gonna have to give this video 100 likes, because I'm not doing this again in the right mind unless you all want to see this again. All right. I couldn't see for the longest time. Yeah, very frustrating. But if you want to talk about what's your best Lego build without using instructions, as in like I mean, the Death Star 2, we built a lot of panels by memory because a lot of it was repetition. The piano keys on the grand piano, built a lot of that from memory. I built a lot of the Millennium Falcon like landing gear. I build a lot of those from memory as well. If you're talking more like mocks, like sort of like that on that side, like no Lego instructions, just free building, I'd say my 501st Battle Pack mock is probably my grandest accomplishment, building something without instructions. That's my best mock. So and it's also it was my first really big adult mock, so I'm really proud of it. I'm hoping to surpass it with the next mock that's coming up, and I'm not gonna say what it is, but it will be. I'm going to start building it right when I get back. So I think next Monday you should expect some sort of mock video. So stay tuned for that. All right, everyone. So that is the very first ever Q&ASIAN. Thank you so much for watching. This is episode 1. Click the subscribe button and the bell icon down below so you get notified. Don't forget to comment on this video if you have more questions that I may or may not choose to answer for next week's video. I most likely will answer it. Yeah, I'll answer it. Join the Discord server so you don't miss any updates or uploads, and you can also get connected into the community with the community group chats. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is Sawyer Studios. I'll see you all in the next video.